In metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we wrap a busy first week of the season with a second of two on a Monday night between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. To get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California.
Here we go. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11 mighty, 11 God.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And some room to work. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. 57 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Will Fuller, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. A dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And finally, he's out of bounds. But how about that return? All the way inside the 20 and into the red zone.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams from 19 yards away. And the Raiders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cook now off the read option, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 41.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just so quick, and what a terrific play, holding them with no gain.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Hey, during the course of any game, you'll see tip passes. But how often do we actually see the running back come up and end up making the play?
Well, shifty fella getting in there and grabbing it.
Yeah, you know, they always talk about how running backs have a nose for the end zone. They have a nose for the ball, too. They want it in their hands at all times.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Go.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, it's again to Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
11. 12.
From midfield now, Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. You know? He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Hold the set.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, How much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 32 on the play.
Here we go. Here we go.
First down, Raiders.
Drill, 52. Clean striker. Ready.
Back to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack now with his second sack here on opening night.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Right, 97. Sack.
Jacobs going to try the middle.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively. They'll hold it to a short game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Back to throw here. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Now Burrow loses the football, and the Raiders pick it up. Look at the big man rumble.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Oh, little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here we go.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed. And this is going to be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going to look to throw.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Here's 2nd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Here's the Raiders punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
I'm wondering.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Max Crosby able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
11.
To try again after the sack. Burrow out left, he's got it to Everett. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Escaping the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Max Crosby in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Here's Austin. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and the first down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score, Raiders 31, Chargers 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fair catch, made at the 20. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Gun.
The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Gotta go.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open man, Westbrook Akine.
Here we go.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
First down, here's Burrow. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That's good for 28 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They've moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
12. 11 MT, take. Stop.
And Burrow going to throw again. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Will Fuller. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit. Cook, they'll try and run it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He'll get that one complete to counter. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Sebastian Joseph Day, his 2nd sack of the night. Las Vegas sending out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Burrow. And that will to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Here we go. It's Burrow on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Connor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll look to throw here on first down. Touchdown, Raiders! Calvin Austin, 28 yards. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Buying time to his left. And this is caught by Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Williams brings it in. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
11.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
11.
On third down, Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key's going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
3 yards remain for second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and
They'll look to throw again.
This to the sideline and nearly intercepted.
intended for
Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up third down.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get
11,
going.
11, 11.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
11 MT, tight. 11 MT. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Here's Burrow. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because
and give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half is...
He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Makes the score Raiders 25.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. That's complete to Westbrook-Akine. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. Westbrook-Akine. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.